Are you bracing for a housing market crash, or is it just media hype? Imagine this. One day, headlines scream, market collapse, and the next, it's housing boom. Confusing, right? Well, not anymore. We're here to unravel these mixed signals, armed with facts, trends, and expert insights. So, if you're wondering whether to hold, sell, or buy, stay tuned as we decode the truth behind the headlines. A housing recession is a period marked by a significant decline in real estate activity, including home sales, construction, and often a drop in home values. This can be triggered by various factors like economic downturns, rising interest rates, or oversupply in the housing market. But it's not just about fewer homes being sold, it impacts jobs in construction, real estate services, and even consumer spending. If you appreciate the information on our video, go ahead and be generous, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Now, let's begin. To fully grasp the concept of a housing recession, it's crucial to look back at history. Past housing recessions offer valuable lessons and patterns. For instance, the 2008 financial crisis, often linked to the housing market, saw a dramatic drop in home values and a spike in foreclosures. This was largely due to risky lending practices and an abundance of credit. However, not all housing recessions are the same. In the early 1990s, the recession was driven by an economic downturn and job losses, impacting people's ability to buy homes. Each historical instance teaches us something different about the triggers and impacts of a housing recession. They show us how external factors like government policy, economic conditions, and even global events can significantly influence the real estate market. By studying these past events, we can better understand potential warning signs and how to prepare for future downturns in the housing market. When examining current market indicators and trends to predict a housing recession, it's essential to consider regional variations. Factors such as housing prices, interest rates, mortgage applications, and construction activity play pivotal roles. For example, a rise in interest rates generally curbs demand by making borrowing more expensive, and a decrease in new mortgage applications often signals affordability issues or waning buyer interest. A critical indicator is the inventory of homes for sale. Nationally, a high inventory with slow sales suggests a cooling market, potentially leading to a recession. However, this trend is not uniform across the country. Interestingly, regions like the South often show resilience or even contrasting trends. Here, the housing market might remain robust due to factors like population growth, economic stability, and more affordable housing options compared to other regions. Similarly, construction trends are telling. A national decrease in housing starts might indicate builders' anticipation of lower demand. But again, this can significantly vary by region. Thus, while national trends provide a broad picture, understanding the local context, especially in regions like the South, is essential for a nuanced analysis of the real estate market's health. Economic policies play a significant role in shaping the housing market, and their impact can either ward off or contribute to potential housing recession. Key policies to watch include interest rate adjustments by central banks, tax policies, and government housing programs. For instance, when central banks raise interest rates to combat inflation, it can lead to higher mortgage rates, making housing less affordable and potentially cooling the market. Tax incentives for homeowners or real estate investors can stimulate activity in the housing market. Conversely, the removal of such incentives can dampen enthusiasm and slow down the market. Government housing programs such as subsidies for first-time homebuyers or affordable housing initiatives can also influence market dynamics. It's crucial to stay informed about these policies as they can have immediate and long-term effects on the housing market. A sudden policy shift can rapidly change the market sentiment, highlighting the importance of understanding the interplay between economic policy and real estate trends. Global economic trends play a pivotal role in shaping local housing markets, which can be a determining factor in predicting a housing recession. In today's interconnected world, economic events in one part of the globe can have ripple effects elsewhere. For instance, international trade policies, foreign investment patterns, and global financial crises can significantly impact the stability and health of local housing markets. A surge in foreign investment in real estate can drive up prices and activity, creating a boom in certain areas. Conversely, if global investors pull back due to economic uncertainty or changes in their home countries, it can lead to a slowdown or decline in housing markets that were previously buoyed by this investment. Moreover, global economic trends like shifts in oil prices, international trade disputes, or changes in currency values can indirectly affect housing affordability and demand. For instance, a strong domestic currency might make it more expensive for foreign buyers, reducing their participation in the local market. Understanding these global economic trends is crucial for real estate investors and homeowners, as they can preemptively gauge potential impacts on local housing markets and make more informed decisions. Demographic changes are a critical factor in understanding and predicting shifts in the housing market, which can either contribute to or alleviate the risks of a housing recession. Key demographic trends to consider include aging populations, migration patterns, and changes in household formation. For example, an aging population might lead to increased demand for smaller, more manageable homes, affecting the types of property in demand. Conversely, a surge in younger populations, especially millennials entering the housing market, could boost demand for first-time home purchases. Migration patterns, both internal and international, also significantly impact housing demand. Areas experiencing an influx of new residents may see increased housing demand, potentially staving off a recession in those regions. On the other hand, regions with declining populations or outward migration might face reduced demand and excess supply, making them more susceptible to a housing downturn. Changes in household formation, such as trends towards single-person household or multi-generational living, can also reshape housing needs and preferences, influencing the types and locations of properties in demand. By closely monitoring these demographic shifts, investors and homeowners can better anticipate changes in housing demand, helping them make more strategic decisions in the face of potential market downturns. The growing concerns around climate change and environmental factors are increasingly influencing the housing market, which could play a role in a future housing recession. Areas prone to environmental risks such as flooding, wildfires, or hurricanes might see a decline in property values and demand, as buyers become more aware of and sensitive to these risks. On the other hand, regions known for their environmental stability and proactive climate policies may become more attractive to buyers, potentially driving up demand and prices in these areas. This shift can create a discrepancy in the housing market, with some areas booming while others struggle. Moreover, the push towards sustainable living is impacting buyer preferences. Homes with eco-friendly features or located in areas with strong environmental policies are becoming more desirable. This trend could reshape the market, with greener homes and neighborhoods maintaining or increasing their value, while properties lacking these features might see a reduced interest. As the effects of climate change become more pronounced, its impact on the housing market is likely to become a more significant factor in predicting and understanding housing recessions. Lending practices and mortgage rates are crucial elements in determining the health of a housing market and can be indicators of a potential recession. When lending standards are too loose, as seen in the lead-up of the 2008 financial crisis, it can create a housing bubble that eventually bursts, leading to a recession. Conversely, overly strict lending can stifle the market, preventing potential buyers from securing financing. Mortgage rates also have a direct impact on housing affordability. Lower rates generally make purchasing a home more accessible, stimulating demand and potentially preventing a market downturn. However, when rates rise, as they often do in response to economic inflation or policy changes, the cost of borrowing increases, which can dampen demand and cool the market. Monitoring changes in lending practices and mortgage rates is essential for predicting market trends. A sudden tightening of credit or a sharp increase in rates can be early warning signs of a market correction or a downturn. Understanding these factors helps in making informed decisions whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate. Government policies, both at the local and national levels, have a profound impact on the housing market and can be a determining factor in the onset or prevention of a housing recession. These policies can range from zoning laws and building regulations to tax incentives and housing subsidies. Local policies such as zoning and development regulations can significantly affect the supply of new homes. Restrictive zoning can limit the availability of new housing, leading to increased prices and potentially overheating the market. Conversely, policies that encourage development can increase supply, stabilizing prices. On the national level, policies like tax incentives for home buyers or property investors can stimulate market activity. For instance, tax deductions for mortgage interest can make homeownership more attractive. However, removing or reducing these incentives can have the opposite effect. Additionally, government intervention during economic downturns such as stimulus packages or foreclosure moratoriums can significantly influence the housing market's trajectory. These actions can prevent short-term crises, but many have long-term implications for market stability. Understanding the influence of these policies is crucial for any real estate investor or homeowner, as they can significantly alter the landscape of the housing market. What does the future hold for the housing market? Predicting the future is always tricky, especially in a market as dynamic as real estate. However, by analyzing current trends, historical data, and economic indicators, we can make educated guesses. Experts are keeping a close eye on factors like demographic shifts, technological advancements, global economic trends, and government policies. For instance, if current trends in remote work continue, we might see a sustained demand in suburban and rural areas, reshaping the housing market landscape. Alternatively, if there's a significant economic recovery post-pandemic, we could witness a resurgence in urban real estate markets. It's also crucial to consider the potential long-term impacts of current government interventions and economic policies. While they may provide short-term stability, their long-term effects on market dynamics are yet to be fully understood. While the future is uncertain, staying informed and adaptable is key. For investors and homeowners alike, the ability to navigate and respond to changing market conditions will be crucial in the coming years. With that being said, if you haven't done so already, hit the like and subscribe button. By all means, leave a comment and I will respond. And turn on your notifications bell so you don't miss out on any of our videos. This will help us grow our channel. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.